Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our third game of the day. This is Demise versus Resolve. This game means
Diddly
nothing.
squat. Yeah, diddly squat.
It's a pride game for Demise. Can they get a 2-0 week?
I think it's a bigger pride week for Resolve, to be fair.
Bigger pride week for Resolve?
Ooh, wait. What's a bigger pride week?
Yeah, is it getting your first 2-0 when you've had a bad season? Or is it going undefeated? What is bigger here? I think undefeated, but it's... Both of these teams are playing for pride. There is nothing they can do that affects anything. They are top and bottom of the league. Resolve undefeated. Demise fairly defeatable so far.
Yeah, and Demise can't even get that 7th place spot anymore. So maybe we get some fun drafts. Maybe we don't. Like we spoke with Usa yesterday, and he very much said they're still going to be looking for that 14-0 record come the end of the split, come the end of today. So wouldn't be too surprised to see, unfortunately for Demise at least, a Resolve come in with a pretty serious face, pretty serious draft, and sort of wipe aside Demise as they have just about every other team in the league so far.
We spoke to Yusa and yesterday, and we're like, "Come on, man, play something fun." And he was like, "No, I want to go undefeated," which is completely fair. You know, Resolve realistically are a team we expect to see go into the Telia Masters, and I genuinely can't call who the second team will be, but I'll be goddamn surprised if Resolve don't make it to Telia.
I think it's going to be tough because London and Enclave is going to be a pretty interesting head-to-head now that Enclave are finally kind of firing on what seems like at least, 80% of their cylinders. I feel like there might even be a little further to reach for that team. But London seem, at least to me, a little more oiled when they're on form. A little more, sort of working in true unison. As we're finally hearing to pick some bands, Irelia
no surprise
away from Pillar. Yeah, Pillar, honestly, he's had a fair variety of champions he's played this split. And I would go out and say that Irelia has been by far and away his best performing champion.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think we will probably see some pretty harsh target bans across the board. Greg is going to be removed away from Altorius, who pretty much single-handedly won their second round robin against Eminem on that pick, actually, with that huge flank.
He did.
Recall. Very fun game that was.
Righty-ho. Let's see what else is coming off. The Skarner's going to get banned away. Still looking at things like the Udyr have been left open, so expect to see that on red side. We've seen a rise in the Rise ban as well, so that could be something that we could toy around with, but the Kaiser's going to get removed from Demise. I expect their last ban to be this Udyr. And Resolve, what are they feeling as their final ban right now?
Yeah, I do wonder. We'll have to see, because they're not really obligated to ban much, really. This patch is a little more free-flowing than more previous patches. So you don't even really have to ban Camille. Rifty hasn't really shown much of a tendency to even lock that one in. So it looks like it's just going to be Lilia away from Harnkart, who Lilia, one of his more played champions in recency. So Udyr going to be that final red side ban, no shock there. So Resolve, what's it going to be? You've got likes of the Hecarim, which they've always felt.
There it is.
That's that then.
They go for the horsey. So Demise, what do they want to pick up here? Expect to see probably something from that bot lane. Could go for a jungler here, but I feel like you can kind of leave jungle for that last rotation.
Was Harnkart one of the junglers that played Jarvan yesterday or the day before? Or last?
No, he's basically only been playing Lilia.
He's only been on Lilia.
So I can't remember anything other than Lilia from him.
I wonder if we'll see the Jarvan respot.
You got a little excited there. It's going to be the Kindred, which is also pretty exciting.
Yeah, here's the thing. The Kindred matchup, it's great for like the first 4 levels, and then after that, kind of can't do much to the Hecarim, and then it just comes down to the mid-game team fights where, hey, Hecarim presses R, someone's about to die, I'm going to press R now, and that's kind of the interaction.
Or you press R, Hecarim screeches across your R, and you'll get feared out of it.
Will get feared out of it. So it's actually not even that positive of a jungle matchup in that sense. We'll have to see how Harnkart pilots it, though, as Xayah also going to be the response. So all in all, given how Resolve actually typically draft, this is a very strong and fine rotation coming out from Demise. Things like Samira Rel or even Samira Galio or Galio Rel have been very common rotations for Resolve on this B2B3 when they always want to dive forward. Seraphine.
Oh, God, that was open. Forgot about Seraphine.
Seraphine's been left open. That's troublesome. I'll tell you that, especially if Resolve just opt into locking in their AD carry or a follow-up engage support. They're not even fussed about showing their cards here. When you've got Seraphine, you just don't care. Like,
yeah, you lock your AD carry in here, and then you go, where's the Seraphine going? And you play the flex game. So
Or you could even
Spectre. Oh, Center's open.
Center.
Wow.
Oh no.
Okay, Resolve just got everything.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about how
boy.
fluid the picks and bans are right now, and how much is actually open. These are the picks, but typically at least the Seraphine and the Senna are 2 picks that we've seen pretty much permabanned.
Yeah.
Blue side more than anything as well as of late. Gonna be the Rel lock-in for Demise, so they do get something. And Rel actually has an okay time into the Seraphine around the shield because you can turn it off with a Q. Obviously, the rest of Seraphine makes Rel sad, but at least you can turn the shield off from the high note, not the high note, the surround sound. And there goes the fresh, which is
fresh makes.
Oh yeah, I suppose it's a flex pick. Yeah.
So you could also want to remove away. I mean, if you're the Demise, you're just removing away the worst sort of possible support picks to sort of lane into. Because in reality, I expect Chimera to be piloting the Seraphine. Senna is technically flexible, but no one's really playing Senna support right now. So we'll have to see. Final ban coming in. It's taking very slowly. And Resolve also removed away Rifty's Silas, which definitely seemed like a bit of a potential problem as the fight's going to go. So that seems very specific to something along the lines of potentially a Wukong pick, if I'm reading into Rifty's champion correctly. So we'll see if Resolve actually get a read for that, because there's no other reason why you would remove the Malphite. I guess Camille, but
yeah,
again, Rifty hasn't seemed to have much care for that champion at all. So it could even be a scenario where Resolve are just going to get Camille for free now. Galio removed the way honestly makes a whole bunch of sense if Resolve are going to round out with a dive composition here, which looks most likely to be the case with what they are rocking as timer ticks. Oh, we finally get a Gangplank, and it's actually Rifty Gangplank, so I'm happy about that one. Artorias though could just match it with something like a commit. Oh, okay. If Artorias plays Lucian, then Rifty's gonna have a really bad time.
This is actually so big brain.
This is honestly one of the worst lanes that GP can play. You can double shot the barrels from 2 HP, so GP just never wins the barrel fights. But
yeah,
seems like we're just gonna get the Turin
tested.
Yeah, Turin tested. Matchup.
As Galio, Gangplank is actually my most played champion in the game. Lucian is just awful. I'm sure most people are fully aware of that, but Lucian is genuinely the most sad state of affairs, and it is actually going to be the fasting Senna lane for Resolve.
Yeah.
With the fact they lock that Tahm Kenshin, typically that's how this lane's been played out. So yeah.
Okay. So if there's
Seraphine mid,
any consolation right now, is that Demise is going to have counter pick for Pillar. Pillar does have a pretty interesting champion pool. I really love Cassiopeia in the sense of Resolve likely going to be diving in, so why not pick one of the best anti-dive mages there are in the game? So I do quite like the response. It finally gives them a true magic damage source as well. I think the Demise, honestly, all things considered, have drafted quite well. It's just more or less about if they can actually match up to Resolve player to player. I think that's actually going to be more or less the deal here. If Resolve actually can't run through Demise here in the early stages, I honestly give Demise a solid shot just because of how strong their draft is.
Yeah.
At winning this game. Genuinely, I think they've nearly accrued draft Exodia into what Resolve are running.
Yeah, it's weird because it felt like Resolve got so many good picks.
Yeah.
And Demise, it looks like they were ready for this.
You know what?
At the end of pick phase 1, I genuinely was like, okay, Resolve won this game. But now that the rest of this comp's kind of come together, Demise have got themselves a very, very nice comp. I still want to highlight though that Resolve comp is strong. That is a very, very strong comp. Yeah. But Demise do have the tools to go into it. So that's what we've got to keep our eyes on here.
I feel like we should actually just see farming Senna here. I think if we don't see farming Senna, then Resolve might actually lack a little bit in the damage department.
Yeah.
In some of the shorter sort of exchanges, but most definitely into a composition comprised of Gangplank, Kindred, Cassiopeia, Xayah. If your only real kind of damage is going to be Hecarim until Senna actually hits 2.5 items, you're going to run into some issues. And especially when you start to sort of think about more length about the item breakpoints in this game, Demise kind of win out at most stages.
Yeah.
You think Senna has to wait till 2 items. Tahm Kenshin's just going to be a front line. Zaya comes online at 2 items, Cassiopeia comes online at 2 items. You can argue that, yeah, Seraphine comes online if she picks up either the Ludens or the Moonstone. But even then, you kind of look towards Hankart. Even if he starts to get outscaled towards the mid game by Soph on the Sekirim, he's still going to have all of the utility and the survivability tools of the Lamb's Respite. So, again, Demise's composition is really bloody good.
I've got bad news for you, though. Resolve for Yusa in particular has gone for the Sickle. So this is going to be a non-farming center. Farsight's going to be getting all this farm as we head to the Rift for game number 3. Our second to last game of the regular season here at the UKLC.
Yeah.
How time has flown by.
How time has flown by. It's been quite a split, buddy.
It has. It has been a very good split. The last 2 UKLCs have been really good. Like, genuinely, some of the most fun tournaments I've had to cast. Sure, these teams and some of these players aren't the best players in Europe, but Resolve, I think, actually would be able to really stick out in the NLC. I think they'd have a pretty good performance with this roster if they made it. I think they're going to have a good time with Telia. I think they're probably going to be an incredible representative if they make it there. And realistically, I don't see a world where they don't. But yeah, the last 2 actual splits of the UKLC, even though they haven't been, you know, the highest level of play in Europe, I think it's been a really fun tournament to watch. I think there's been a lot of personality from these teams. The league itself has been incredibly close. 2 seasons in a row. And I think we've been spoiled, to be honest. I think we've been genuinely spoiled.
I do agree. Honestly, I do agree. Last split, a little more than this split in terms of the literally down to the wire.
As crazy. In fact, we came into
we came into this day with such bonkers levels of potential, or at least this week, really. There could have been like 3 tiebreaks tomorrow if the results landed the right way for this kind of stuff. So we'll have to see. This game obviously likely to be a little more lax, when there's not really much in it for Demise or Resolve here. And just keeping the hands warm. As
all practice is good.
Yeah, all practice is typically good practice.
And I think especially when Demise have come into their own a little bit now.
Yeah.
Like, they've found their form. We spoke to them yesterday. And who did we speak to?
Zandru.
It was Zandru. I thought it was Zandru. We spoke to Zandru yesterday, and you know, he was very optimistic about the team's chances. They're still scrimming. They're still taking everything very seriously. And you know, he even said it's like we found our form, but just it was too late. So it's not like this is going to just be the freest game for Resolve, just off the standings. As they're actually looking for a gank here onto the bot lane. Farsec has to flash away. Yusa has that flash, but he's getting chunked out by Hankat.
Yeah, but Resolve also got chunked out in response, and that's kind of the issue because Soph is now in the area of full HP. Resolve have, you know, mid lane priority, and with Hankat being that low, I don't think he can actually. He might just die to a charge if Soph presses his ghost key.
Yeah, it looks like he might try and do that, although Hankat needs to be so careful. But Soph also has to be careful in the sense that Hankat can just jump the wall. So might just hold that summoner spell for now.
Now, the interesting thing is, will Soph cross through mid lane to try and take that second skull?
Is he going to hold Smite?
100 mark.
Yes. He held Smite. He's doing it.
Well, Hankat, best of luck. Oh, Soph used the charge to get through, so it's going to be down for another 10 seconds, but
Soph has the level advantage, so Smite's doing 50 more damage.
Oh, we got the fight hut down. You already know what's about to happen. He's got the farm.
He's got the ghost. Here comes the speedy horse. Slowed down for the moment by the slow, looking to go in. Does get the jump off, and Taurus is coming in on that backline, and Hankat's going to go low. The beat drop is there, and it's first blood time for Soph. Takes the mark, takes the kill. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. Tastes like a rainbow.
Oh, Jake. Oh, no.
It's not the right skin. It's the wrong skin.
Yeah, he doesn't even have the arcades. He always runs this skin, actually. You know, I'm going to have a word with Soph about his skin usage. I'm not really...
I think Elderwood's the best skin.
Oh, Elderwood?
That's my uncultured opinion. I think Elderwood's such a sick skin.
I think Elderwood's a pretty cool. You know what? Hecarim's got a pretty fine selection of skins, actually.
He is that. Yeah, he has some amazing skins. He's also got even
some of the ones that don't
Gemstone.
necessarily change the particles. Which one?
His gemstone skin, Lancer.
Oh yeah, Lancer. You know what? I actually don't like watching the Lancer skin.
Don't you?
No, because when he charges, it looks like he's got Ghost Art.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, the next time you get a Hecarim with the Lancer skin on, just give it a little look, because I don't want to use the term pay to win, but it does look like he's constantly ghosting when he's using E.
That is interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. I don't know if
Speaking of nice skins, this Cassiopeia. Wow, my brain. This Cassiopeia skin's really nice. I like Spirit Blossom Cassiopeia. Shame I just spiced that champion. Otherwise, I would buy it.
Ah. Yeah, you hear that, Riot? You might want to nerf her into the ground. Jake here, right?
Absolutely hate Cassiopeia. And I know it's just I haven't ever learned to play into her because I just banned her for like 2 years.
Yeah. The Rifty gang kind of bullied up here. Can be occasionally expected, but when you have this gangplank, especially he actually did the correct thing. Any novice gangplank players out there, you always want to try and reset immediately as soon as you have the Sheen Gold. It just immediately raises your level of lane priority. You can practically win almost any lane just off the Sheen back because it's so gold efficient to what GP wants to do and how he plays out lanes.
Yeah, plus Sheen with the grass proc. That hurts. That really hurts.
You can in some matchups, 2 Qs, you will half health your lane opponent just off Sheen procs and grass. So there you go, a little bit of a lane hack for you. Asop is already level 6. Honkai is still level 4. And I don't expect this to be contested at all by Demise lineup. And unfortunately, there's just not really much lane priority to be found anyway, which is, in a way, to be expected. The only lane where Demise could potentially find some priority is
that's so unlucky.
Top side. Oh, what?
But look at the pressure. It's pressure top and mid. So they move over and take the mark from Hankat while the dragon's going down. So Hankat can't even gain the mark off the back of this.
Yeah, and if...
Oh, they actually just guarded it so Soft could get it as well. That was some real team play there.
Yeah. I mean, Resolve are one of the stronger teams at sort of taking advantage of lane priority in the league. They've also definitely misstepped a few times. It's not like they are impervious to mistakes. But things like that can amount to very sizable leads. So keep our eyes on Soft as he is actually approaching double CS on the Honkai. 7.5 minutes into the game once he's finished up that blue side quadrant clear. Looks like he's actually going to give over the blue buff because he's not doing it now. So a little bit of respite there for Honkai. Getting a bit of a look in the bottom side. It looks like gold is likely all tied up down here. Don't expect there to be a pretty sizable lead either way. And it's just one of those annoying things about the Senatom Kench lane. Can be so irritating to punish. Especially in this case, Youth has actually roamed around a fair bit, so he's only now hitting level 5 after Fast Leg. Probably moving towards level 7 relatively soon, given the XP as Rifty. Could actually get, yeah,
he's getting full in here. Cannon Barrage goes down, and Notorious should just be able to chase in. One more boomerang will pop the Hyper. Rifty able to sidestep that one, and now Pillar's making his way over. Chimera is in the area, however, as well. Trying to see if he can get there. Rifty pops the barrel for the movement speed, and here comes the horse. Mowed down over the wall.
Kind of sad that we finally get a GP game, and it's just... Oh, hello.
Action's still going on here. The teleport's coming in. Here's the Seraphine. Gobbling up Xandru. Gonna give that kill over to Fast Legged. Okay, probably not the person they wanted to give the kill to, but they'll take it.
I mean, Fast Legged is farming this game. Don't necessarily mind. Seraphine getting the gold injection certainly would have felt a lot nicer. As all the while, Resolve winning out on the bottom side of the map, Resolve winning out on the top side of the map. Chimera's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's got flash and he's got heart. He's losing a lot of health.
Is he?
Yeah, he's okay.
Oh, the flash gets used. Actually bops him out of the heal. But not going to hang around anymore. Soft. Ghost on. Not going to go for anything.
No. Demise...
Chimera to flash.
Yeah, Chimera did have to flash. Bit awkward. Get the replay here. Rifty just disrespecting Meganar a little bit too much. Artorias even starts backing away out of the cannon barrage, but then recognizes, hey, I'm nearly full HP. I kind of don't care. Whilst Pillar is the first one to make it here, isn't actually able to get onto Artorias. Rifty can't actually control any space when he's this low. And over comes very fast horse. As speaking of horses, Kuzi does try and aggress onto Fastleg, but unfortunately Fastleg just walks forward and gobbles up the Zaya. Looks like chicken for Monday night dinner.
You're right there, mate.
Me?
Chicken for Monday night dinner. Is that just a Monday exclusive thing in your household? I suppose it is Monday. Okay, my bad. Wow. Yeah. My brain is genuinely falling apart.
It's okay. You know what? It happens. It's not the end of the world. We'll be curious to see if Demise can actually stem the bleeding, as that's all they can kind of hope for from this kind of game state now. They do have lanes that definitely struggle to be punished, but they've been punished outside of lanes. More or less found deaths when it came to the skirmishes around scuttles. Of course, that bottom side gank teleport by Chimera was nice, but more or less kind of sealing their own fate on a lot of these skirmishes.
Just like Resolve, we're going to get control of the area. 30 seconds until that dragon comes up. So chilling for the moment. Handcat waiting to see if he can get a jump onto Chimera. Chimera has no flash, remember, so does need to be quite careful down here.
Yeah. If Pillar can find a nice flash petrifying gaze.
There it is. Oh, that wasn't quite it. The charm's huge underneath the tower. Chimera gets the root. No. Chimera gets the 1v2 and trades out equally there.
Yeah, that's a yikes from me. Unfortunate for Pillar, isn't quite able to catch Chimera. Oh, Rifty.
I mean, Rifty's just dead here. That's the cannon barrage. Artorias about to gnar out, though. Rifty, you're next to a tower. You're next to a wall. One of those things you're going to get thrown into, and Artorias just gets a solo kill. So globally, Demise now trading up. Not Demise, sorry. Resolve. Wow.
I thought you was making a joke about the fact that Rifty committed cannon barrage to the field. Either way, Rifty on his way to meet Davy Jones, as Oncart's probably on his way to actually
nowhere.
All right.
Here's the God of Death. Quite hard to kill that.
Oh yeah. It's like trying to kill the Grim Reaper. Ooh, Hecarim.
He's not the Grim Reaper. He's the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, but he's like, I guess he's just the Headless Horseman, right? Shadow.
Yeah, he's the Headless Horseman. That's like saying, well, vampires are from Halloween, so that means they're also the Grim Reaper. Yeah, actually a bit of a spoopy team here. You've got the High Noon skin on Yusa, which they changed from just cowboys to like supernatural cowboys. That was a very weird skin change.
You know what?
Although, I can't complain because the Lucian skin is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I absolutely... Oh, I mess with it. I like it. It's a pretty good skin line. There's a couple of outliers that not many use, and I think it's just because the other skins kind of, overshadow those. So like High Noon Urgot is a thing, for example.
Oh yeah, forget that's the skin.
High Noon Darius is also... Oh, they might have numbers advantage here. Oh, Kuz.
Not if you're going to fail the Magnet Storm. Artorias about to gnar out, flashes away, soft at the Speedy Horse, and now... They do get a good miasma off, but the charge is there from Soft to safety. The charge comes out in the meantime, and the gold gets injected into Soft. A lot of members used, and not a lot gained.
Yeah, and they're even going to trade up at least one plate in the mid lane before they drop two, so... Resolve, despite not getting the most successful Herald charge because of the numbers committed by Demise, they still trade up in gold, regardless. And Zandru just used both of his summoners and ultimate on the bottom side against Fastleg, who exhausted. So we could... Oh, no.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Fastleg's going to tank this one. Gets the tongue lash, and they call it off. Yeah. Because Handcat's about, and Yusa's going to have to flash this wall.
Oh, no, he can knock the wall. Fastleg can eat it.
Getting turned onto. The team are here to back you up. Fastleg jumps over the wall to finish this kill up. Meanwhile, Pillar throws the ultimate down, gets caught by the Encore, and Resolve find two. They're going for free, though. Zandru, there is an Abyssal Voyage, there is a Hungry Catfish, and a Speedy Horse. The Railgun from Yusa will smash in for the kill. And Resolve just looking so good in this game.
Yeah. Looks like we are going to be on track for that 14-0. Not that we are necessarily too surprised about it. As Demise trading now 5,000 gold. The deficit is going to be a little bit more added to that. Artorias takes down this tower. And, well, unfortunately, seems like Demise didn't quite recognize their win conditions, a bit like that. Be very polite about it. They've unfortunately fallen very far behind to unnecessary events. But you never know. Maybe they do find a wombo combo. If not the next dragon, then the dragon after that. But with Soft being so overbearingly ahead, it does seem a little unlikely with all of the support he's going to have around him. Chimera actually curious there. Oh, okay. Ankart died on the top side. Pillar actually might. Oh. I was the cannon barrage. What? Very strange. You still with me, Jake? I'm just making.
I was muted. My bad.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
I'm not gonna lie. It was just a bit of laughing. That was all. That's all you missed from me there.
All right, no
not so much hype.
Yeah.
I muted to have a drink, and I did what I normally do, which is forget to unmute again because I'm a moron.
That's fine. Ankart was run over. Guys, the Herald. Okay. Such an easygoing game. They almost forgot the Herald. Charging forward, but I don't think they want to be so aggressive.
Ankart's going for his mark. I'm curious.
You know what? Yeah, yeah.
How many marks has he got?
Well, the answer is going to be the same after he returns to the Death Chamber in a second.
He's literally got no marks.
Yeah. All right. Man, I don't think... How did the channel points thing work? Because I would actually kind of like to make a request for Twitch mod. If Ankart could actually secure one mark in this game.
Do we have the power to make that?
Yeah, can we make that happen?
Max,
I don't know.
Can we make a vote happen on the channel? I don't think we can.
I don't know if it's possible, but if it is, I would love to have it happen.
Will Ankart get a Mac?
All right.
Okay, production's checking, guys.
Yeah.
Get ready to cast your votes. I'm getting well ahead of myself.
Yeah. I mean, it is just one mark, don't forget. So it is truly a... It's not a Herculean task, but at the same time, it kind of is. See? As Chimera's actually gone for the Leandries. Kind of surprised about that. That being said, they, as highlighted from the draft, Resolve did need a little bit of extra damage with this composition. So,
we can create a poll. Wicked.
We can create a poll. Yeah, well.
All right, Max, set us up with a poll. That is, will Ankart get any marks this game?
Yeah. Oh, will he secure at least one mark before this game ends? I'm honestly kind of willing to say no. And
well, we'll get production to update us on that because I don't have Twitch open.
No,
Funnily enough, I've got enough things open on my screens. So I can't see you Twitch chat, or actually our BBC viewers as well. Unfortunately, I don't think you'll have access to that poll.
Yeah.
Unless it's on our socials. I don't actually know how.
I don't think it'll be on the socials. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be on the Twitch chat. But you know,
we threw production right. We just really threw him off here, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I'm gonna laugh if we make this poll and Ankart gets a mark.
As the poll happens.
Can we quickly go to Ankart and just check he hasn't got any marks yet?
No, he doesn't. He hasn't got any. Yeah.
No, he's 0. Okay. The poll still works until it goes up.
Well, no one saw it. Chimera even knows here. Such great presence of mind. Let's see who has more patience, Chimera or Pillar. It's like a Mexican standoff.
I mean, Pillar's the one who's losing quite a lot of minions here.
I mean, you can like hear the dry brush going past the sort of, you know the like staring at
it's a tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed.
We were talking about the high noon skins.
Yeah.
By the way, the poll is up.
Oh, great.
I think it's probably up we've got a delay
Oh,
on
it's
us,
probably
so
up real
it's probably
time,
up for you guys already, but the poll is up. Probably syncs up perfectly when we were talking about it, to be honest. But make sure you vote on that. Will Hankat get any marks this game? And then we'll review that and see how many of you are right, if that's a thing we can do.
Yeah.
I might be getting ahead of myself. Used to though, 2 items. Sorry, an item on his champion. Zenith, that's the one. And their teleports are coming in. They're looking to try and keep Pillar alive, but the absolutely disgusting turnaround means that is not going to be enough. And now they're jumping in onto Rifty. Here's the encore. It's not going to quite hit, but Hancock getting chased down and has to jump out of the dance of arrows. Only losing 1 there. Pretty happy there for the side of Demise.
Yeah, very fortunate to only lose 1 member here. As teleport coming down. Chimera looking for Zandru. Artorias is likely going to just pick him up.
Yep, Zandru going very, very low. Artorias is going to get him. Kuzi pulls in, and now Hancock get a lot of damage off, throws out the ultimate, but he can just get chucked out of that. The wallop, the CC's too much, and Hancock goes down. Resolve getting absolute whitewash. Meanwhile, Rifty being chased out by the catfish. That's 1 speedy catfish, and the pyro gets gobbled up. Bye-bye, Matt Mercer. Fastleg's going to find the kill.
Oh, man. Even BMing him.
Just as a quick update.
Yeah.
As of now, where I'm looking at, 74% of the viewers, 76% of the viewers believe that Hancock won't get a mark.
Yeah. Well, have to keep track. As we have the replay on our screen, not really much to talk about. Resolve just running through Demise's bottom lane here in the mid lane. Artorias picks up Zandra, and I'm actually curious to see... Actually not quite sure what takes down Kuzi on the backside. Could have been a couple of minion autos, perhaps. As in the live
Yeah, we need to get back to real time. Artorias is getting chased by Hancock. Hancock's chasing him down. He's put the mark on. He gets
He's got 1.
11 of you at home were right. Only 11 people believed in Hancock.
Oh, man. He did it. That's it. Demise of, well...
They've won.
Yeah, they've won. They've won the moral game. Sure,
the red buff and the red smite damage was just enough for Artorias to go down.
Oh. 40 seconds till Ocean Soul. I wonder who's going to get that dragon. Spoiler alert. I think it's probably going to be a Resolve. It's complete control.
The sad thing is, if that play had happened any later, Artorias would have had that Ocean Soul and he probably wouldn't have died.
That's so true.
And the 11 people who were right would have been wrong.
Yep. Resolve are going to have to show themselves to secure 1 more wave of prio if they really... Oh, there's so many things. They might even just go for an engage. Let's see what they want to do here. As the Demise have the numbers in the lane first, so the Demise are going to have to check in as... Oh, they're in a choke.
That's the perfect ulti. Charming up 2, bringing 1 back as Artorias jumps in, about to gnar out, but is going to be on top of that Miasma. Not going to matter. It's a double kill for Chimera. Artorias gets another one as well. 2 members stand for Demise. As the soul spawns up, Yus is going to get the bullet. And it might just be a split call, Baron and Dragon.
Yeah. I just had a funny thought. Do you want to swap roles for the remainder of this game?
Do you want to swap roles? No, I don't.
You're telling me you don't want to be the color caster? Oh, hello.
I'm telling you the people at home don't want me to be the color caster. Pillar gonna lose his life here. Ultimate hits nobody. Chimera's gonna take him out. There's the ace.
Yeah, valiant attempt. Yeah, Artorias and Fast.
Did you want to swap because not a lot's happening in the color? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, not because a lot.
Bored.
Well, some of that, but also, I mean, there's just not going to be another game for me to do it. As hey, replay. Demise are just getting rolled. Who would have thought? As
Hancock's getting bullied. Kuzi's made his way over. They used the beat drop to slow Kuzi down. He's going to make his way out, and Baron is secured. They did that with their jungler, not in the pit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good night, Hancock. It was nice knowing you.
Good night, sweet prince. Artorias gets the kill, and Yusa gets the stacks. Yeah. How many stacks is Yusa on?
Oh, good question. These guys aren't gonna die. Let's
105. Wow, that's
105.
not as many as I thought.
Yeah, it's not great. Oh,
That encore was so close to killing Xandru. Xandru had to use the ulti to survive. And Chimera's about to have teleports, so he can just rejoin the team. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Will Honkart get a second arc?
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I know we can do polls though.
Yeah,
Max, you have to be on your toes, mate, for finals.
Oh, okay,
Kuzi's going to jump in and look to try and turn this one around with the Magnet Storm. Chimera's going to lose his life. That's the shutdown. But Yusa just free-firing off the Gnar, the Wallop, the Petrifying Gaze mean absolutely nothing. But Yusa will lose his life and Fastlake joins the team. Demise trade up in the fight and stop the Baron Siege.
Hey, now, this is one of the things about this composition of Demise. It can get pretty tricky to dive onto. So, whilst Resolve are Pillar.
Oh, poor Pillar. Poor Pillar. What is Soft doing? Okay, he's joining.
Taking the scenic route. Yeah, Soft is level 16, by the way. He is 5 levels up on Honkart.
Oh.
Yeah, you know,
he's almost Flame Horizoned him, and I'm sure there probably has been a Flame Horizon. We just not paid attention. Yeah. Fastlake, taking a quick jog towards Demise. They're gonna get sent back in. And,
I can only recall a jungle lead this big in the UKLC when Cleanser had it.
That was the last time we saw a big lead. Yeah. And I think he double Flame Horizon, so it wasn't quite the Cleanser.
Yeah.
Cleanser Udyr game.
Yeah. Right now, Honkart is so starved of gold that he has less than the farming center or the fasting center.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, that's sad.
Meanwhile, look at the lead Soft has.
Tasty.
Big number.
Nice. Big number. Actually opted for the Death Stance third. I guess like Death Stance is such a mediocre item now. But I guess it's okay because of how much physical damage the Demise lineup does. I just suppose he may want to pick up maybe something like a Spectre's Cowl. He doesn't even really have to go in for the full Spirit Visage or anything like that if he doesn't want to. Just a bit of base MR to not get shredded by Pillar. As Resolve, well, full map control, rotate up to the top side. Cresting on a 15,000 gold lead. Almost kind of starting to feel a bit inevitable. I think it's felt that way for about 15 minutes now.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Rifty just lost so much health. Does have the shield boost, it does have sustain.
Yeah. Very nice.
That's a scary Gnar.
Yeah, scary Gnar though. Yeah, it's hard to talk over this game when Demise kind of just have to play the reactive pony. They're not really able to do much. As, the fight hub does not bear good news, I feel, for Demise. We'll have to see. If Demise go in, they will lose the fight. They will lose the game. They have to wait for results.
Trying to stop them from getting at least 2 inhibitors, but this inhib's so low, but Resolve probably are just going to stick around and brute force their way in. Yusa's got a lot of range as well. Is Hankat getting chunked out by Soft? Yeah. Soft just continues to cyberbully him.
Yeah.
Kuzi.
Oh, no.
Able to survive that one. Soft comes in with a charge. The charm doesn't hit anyone from Chimera. The feathers have been laid down, but the members are being laid even faster. Artorias flashes in, gets himself the engage. The railgun gonna get blocked out by the stopwatches. Here is a big cannon barrage, but the damage just isn't sticking. And Rifty, he's feeling the hurt. Fastlake secures the kill. Gets a big shield off. Only one member of Demise stands. And Resolve continue their streak of dominance. They end the regular split undefeated. 14-0.
Complete dominance. They are going to be the champions of the regular split. Oh, Fastlake. All right, there you go. Champions of the regular split. Resolve not dropping a single game to anybody. They had a few moments here and there where it looked like they could have, but realistically, it's not looked like that for a very long time. And Resolve, I think rightfully so, claiming first spot from last week, but finally securing that perfect 14-0 record. The first team in the UKLC to do it since the double round robin was introduced. Great stuff for them. Unfortunately for Demise, not really able to stand up to the player strength, despite what I feel like was a pretty positive draft for them. So
Yeah.
at least still positive things to take away for Demise, but I think focus really has to be on Resolve here.
Yeah, I think that Demise had a good draft into what Resolve had drafted, but Resolve had just drafted like all of the strongest things available in the meta, so it didn't really matter. And also at the same time, Resolve are just good. They're just very, very good. Now, we're going to throw it to a quick break. When we're back, we're going to throw it to a quick break. And when we're back, we're going to have a natter with Soph about that game and his split so far. So, see you in a second.
Falling further, only time will tell.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the UKLC. Coming hot off an undefeated split for Resolve. And we're going to bring Soph in to have a chat about that one. Soph, first of all, congratulations on an undefeated split.
Cheers.
It's got to feel pretty good, right?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, yeah, at the start of the split, we thought like maybe we drop a game, but I mean, we just took it one game at a time. So yeah, we're pretty happy with the result.
All right.
You sound it, mate. You sound very really happy with that, actually. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking forward towards playoffs. You know, job's not done basically. So
Yeah, exactly. I suppose keeping your head in the game because there's not much time off between now and the playoffs. They start Sunday, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know the dates, honestly.
Wow. I'm glad you're prepared, mate. Glad you're really prepared for that. Let's talk, before we go into playoffs, let's talk a little bit about this game in particular, because we're having a chat with you just before the break, during the break, and you were saying that was kind of one of the few times where you went into a draft and you went, wow, they actually drafted a pretty good comp there.
Yeah. I mean, the legendary Lorks draft. You know, it wasn't bad for sure. I mean, we came out of Champs like thinking, okay, it's definitely not like hard winning. I think most drafts this split, we've generally had like a really good read on the meta, so we come out with a very it's like 80-20 all the time. But this one was pretty close, so we just focused on our own game and made sure we got like the Hecarim and the center ahead basically early game with souls and playing through jungle basically. So yeah.
Okay. I've got two questions. One related to the UKLC, one not. First one.
Yeah.
What's going on behind you? You've got a bit of a.
You like it? It's Alistair bedding, you know?
Alistair
Cow bedding.
Right.
Yeah, you like it.
Yeah, it's good. Secondly, where have you been and why have you not been on the interview list? Because we've used to like 6 times now.
Yeah, I didn't have my cam. I mean, yeah, like I just didn't have my cam. It was around my girlfriend. So yeah, I got it back like a few days ago, and here we are.
Oh, good to hear that. But yeah, obviously, finally undefeated.
Yeah.
You know, you're finally on the receiving end of the interview where it's like we don't know what to ask you.
I know what to ask.
I mean,
go ahead, Jake.
yeah.
So, we got 2 teams locked in. Other than you guys now. We've got Envision and Enclave, right? No, not Envision. Sorry, Enclave
London,
and M&M.
No.
Wait.
You're really good at your job
and
today.
Who's locked in?
Enclave and London.
London.
Yeah.
What is wrong with me?
Wait.
Okay.
So Enclave are locked.
Enclave are locked.
Enclave
Oh,
are
okay.
locked.
Yeah.
And they're locked into 3rd. So you won't play London or Enclave in the first part of the playoffs.
Right.
Which one do you think is making it through? How do you feel about both of those teams?
Wait. Who are the choices?
Right. I'll ask him the question.
Enclave and London are the 2 teams.
No. Enclave.
Wait.
Oh, Enclave and London are on the other side of the bracket.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
M&M are
Oh, okay.
But Bulldog have to beat London
It's a car crash.
after this break. It's a big car crash. If Bulldog beat London, Bulldog will qualify for playoffs.
Okay. Right.
But
Okay.
as things stand, you'll be playing M&M unless Bulldog win.
Yeah. But my
Okay,
question is
right,
about
okay.
London and Enclave, because they're the other teams that are currently locked
yeah,
in.
okay.
So how do you
That
feel
was
about those teams? Which
that-
one do you think you'll be playing in the finals, providing you make it to the finals, which realistically is the expected outcome?
Yeah. I'd say I want to say London, but Enclave has had a better trajectory like through the split than London has had, if that makes sense. Because they had that like 55-minute banger yesterday, right? So I want to say London are like a bigger skill floor right now. I think they're a bit better, but there's a week until the games. A lot can happen in a week of scrims, and I think it's actually going to be quite a close series because that game yesterday was interesting. So yeah, I think I'd say London, but like Enclave have pretty good chance. It depends on this week of scrims for sure.
Yeah, I actually completely agree. I genuinely think that matchup's going to
It'll be a banger. Yeah.
I think that's going to be a really, really good series. I'm hoping yours is a banger. I'm sure you want it just to be a very one-sided affair, but I'm hoping we get a bunch of bangers in the finals because the season so far has been incredible. Soph, congratulations on the split. I bet you feel completely chuffed, and good luck with your games coming up.
Cheers.
Speak to you later, all right?
Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.
All right, Jamada, I don't think we've got too much time, so let's whip up the drawing board and talk about your favorite play from that game.
So I won't even really draw too much. It's just one of the few times that we actually got to see Demise's composition work as intended versus Resolve's. I was skimming through some of the Twitch chat during the break as well, and I do agree, whilst Resolve definitely had more power picks, in this game specifically, Demise's draft should almost always win. But you see, it's a very nice engage. One of the few times Demise should actually engage. They find the correct one. They take down the Seraphine immediately. And Yusa can't really keep up with the damage when there's no real peel. Fastleg wasn't able to actually gobble him up. And whilst, yes, this is actually, you know, gonna still end up being, you know, Resolve off the back of this because they still have Baron winning the game. This is kind of one of those key scenarios where, hey, Resolve draft in a manner where they can be punished. They do disrespectfully walk up sometimes, especially when they have those bigger leads. And this composition that Demise are running, it still had the opportunity to move forward if they could pick off a key target. And then they could very easily move back. You saw Resolve then try to re-engage after Seraphine died. And it just gets so difficult to deal with all the miasma, the barrels, Xayah feathers. There's just so much to worry about that's on the floor that it can realistically just punish you and almost insta-give you if you're not actually fed enough. Which in this case, fortunately for Resolve, they were.
Well, that was a really, really good game and really solid stuff in there from Resolve. But we still have one more game of the season. And this game actually means a lot for Bulldog. And not just Bulldog, other teams are also waiting patiently and probably very nervously for this fourth and final game. So it's time for us to make like a tree and leaf. We'll see you after this break.